Cold Pursuit stars Liam Neeson in a role many people are familiar with, a father named Nels, whose quiet life with his wife, Laura Dern, is upended following the mysterious death of their son. Nels' search for justice turns into a vengeful hunt for Viking, Tom Bateman, a drug lord he believes is connected to the death. As one by one of Viking's associates disappear, Nels goes from upstanding citizen to ice-cold vigilante, letting nothing, and no one, get in his way. What do critics say about Cold Pursuit? Despite Neeson's indefensible comments, Cold Pursuit has done respectably with critics. Rotten Tomatoes gives the film a score of 73%, though the audience score is a middling 59%. Rotten Tomatoes critics' consensus reads, Cold Pursuit delivers the action audiences expect from a Liam Neeson thriller, along with humor and a sophisticated streak that make this an uncommonly effective remake. Brian Lowry for CNN.com. Cold Pursuit yields a wholly forgettable movie. Bill G. Byrie for New York Magazine, Vulture. Cold Pursuit ultimately winds up being about how unsatisfying films like Cold Pursuit can be. Joe Morgenstern for the Wall Street Journal. The stupidity lacks smarts in the script department, and the joke, such as it is, wears thin, then turns sour. Matt Zoller Seats for RogerEbert.com. At its best, it plays like a wry critique of this unexpectedly lucrative period of Neeson's career, and a borderline spoof of the genre as a whole. Kenneth Tran for the Los Angeles Times. Like the film's nicknames, which are a running but not particularly funny joke, Cold Pursuit starts to lose its way at this point and never fully recovers. Rex Reed for The Observer. Cold Pursuit will not go down in history as one of Liam Neeson's most memorable efforts, but it's fun while it lasts, and he seems to have more fun than anyone else. Stephanie Zakat for Time magazine. The big problem is that Neeson drops out of the story for long stretches, and the movie needs him. Mark Jenkins for The Washington Post. This is a movie in which nearly every one of the abundant things is not just an act of justice, but also a blackly comic punchline. Peter Trivers for Rolling Stone. Call it taken on ice, but whatever you dub Liam Neeson's snowbound revenge thriller, it is still primo movie escapism, as long as you can get past Neeson's recent remarks about his own revenge fantasy against a black rapist. It's your call. David Sims for The Atlantic. Cold Pursuit is a curiosity, a parable on the underlying hollowness of pulpy revenge that nevertheless tries to serve up the requisite amount of bloody violence for its viewers. A.O. Scott for The New York Times. The thirst for revenge, in movies as in life, almost necessarily involves the dehumanization of its target. And if the movie itself is best taken as a joke, it's a very bad dad joke. David Ehrlich for InWire. For a movie so frigid, and so viscerally shot in the snowy peaks of Alberta's Fortress Mountains, Molan's remake is at its best whenever it pauses for a moment of warmth. John DeFore for The Hollywood Reporter. Offers ample violence but is not another post-taken piece of grim vigilante wish fulfillment. Katie Rife for Avenue Club. Cold Pursuit knows that being a man with a snowplow is a ridiculous macho fantasy, and it's going to give it to you anyway, but not without a sense of humor. Courtney Howard for Variety. By pumping up the darkly comedic undertones, augmenting the frigid chill of the original, Molan's terrific, riveting picture distinguishes itself from other rote remakes. Alonzo Duralde for The Wrap. Both the action and the comic elements in Cold Pursuit work reasonably well. Neeson can do justifiable homicide in his sleep by this point, but it's still fun to watch him dispatch goons and scumbags. Chris Nashawati for Entertainment Weekly. You'd think by now, 10 years into this implausible aging vigilante cycle, things would be getting a bit tired and rote. But you'd be wrong. Cold Pursuit is out in cinemas on November 22, 2019.